You are now listening to the Clap House Chronicles. Enjoy.
Thanks for tuning in, everyone. This is the Clap House Chronicles, episode 1. More to come. I'm your host, Rhythmic Friction. Today I have two outstanding gentlemen with me. Ooh-wee. Music moguls in the flesh, Dylan Olson and Elliot Euseppi.
What's going on, man?
You know, I didn't realize this was the first episode. I feel honored, actually. So
This is the 15th episode? How do you feel about that?
I still feel pretty special, but
Yeah, this is episode 1, boys. We kicking it off.
Phantom
With
Menace.
you.
okay.
We're going to talk about a lot of different things. First, what are you guys getting into? You were telling me earlier you were starting an enterprise.
Yeah.
Tell me a little bit about that.
I don't know. You want to head this one, Elliot?
Yeah, sure. We basically think an enterprise is something that's going to be on a grander scale where we basically are targeting corporate events, private events. So we're thinking, weddings, sales kickoff parties, in job culture. We kind of want to, broaden our horizons from what we have been doing a lot in the past, which is, concerts.
A lot of bar gigs.
Yeah, just a little bit smaller
And
gigs.
yeah, smaller scale stuff. But we want to kick that up a notch.
Like doing sound and what does that entail? You getting into?
Well, we would definitely want to play off our expertise, our affinity for being like good MCs, hosts of parties, but also using our knowledge of event planning combined with sound tech and even getting into the realm of lighting, introducing that realm, which you know plenty about lighting.
Yeah,
That's
fucks with some lights.
I fuck with some lights.
Yeah.
So yeah, he is working with the Boise Center right now, so we're getting a lot of inspiration from that.
There's all these good indicators in my life, as recently with my job and like just working entertainment. And after I was getting those affirmations from working with others about like, being good as a Toastmaster and MC and having like a plethora of experience in events and making those come to life, I was just looking at Dylan one day and I was like, man, we should just make a business. Let's take this to something a little bit higher and set our sights on it. But I think more important, we definitely want to make a very immersive experience. And that's going to take a lot of time between, lights, staging, anything that we can kind of create with our hands. But basically, we both have really strong personalities and we know how to engage with people. And we think human connection is probably like the best thing that we can take away from events and how we, basically incorporate that ourselves.
Yeah, and not so much just take away, but also like to give to events.
Yeah.
To provide. Like, that's that kind of.
What's the business called?
Kudos Entertainment Group.
Kudos for
like,
short.
Like kudos, man.
Kudos, man.
I like it.
Yeah.
Kudos. So
Y'all showed me the logo earlier. It looks pretty
give him
neat.
another.
Give me another peek at that.
Give him another sneak peek at that.
He's a little peaky.
It's red and white. I
And
know
that's
that.
this,
I remember
we
that
really
much.
I really like this.
Yeah, that's fresh.
Right? That's what I'm saying. I really want to get a flat build snapback with that on it.
Or
Merchandise, dude.
That's
That
what
is, so I was going through this one website thing type deal where it's like print to order, and it works great. So you don't have to buy a bunch of merchandise up front. Someone just orders it, they print it, and they ship it off. But I've noticed that people like to buy things in person.
Yeah.
You're more apt to sell something if you have it on hand, like, hey, here's a shirt right now. Give me your money. And it kind of works out.
Yeah. No, I don't remember who I was talking to about that recently, but like there's been I heard someone talking about it at the Idaho Horror Film Fest. And we were sitting in on one of the panels that his dad was speaking on, and they were talking about how like there's been this huge movement recently where everything is online. Everyone wants access to everything online, but with that disconnect between the person and the product and how virtual it is, there's being this new like renaissance of people that want they want the physical touch again. They want it to be that tangible experience of purchasing something, of getting a product in hand. And within that context, they were talking about DVDs. People want to buy DVDs and physical Blu-ray. Okay, we're talking nowadays. It's Blu-ray.
Even Blu-ray, it's like.
But using that same thought process.
I just watch stuff on my phone, bro.
Watching Cornhub, watching that pornography.
All right, it's happening.
Dude, my family's from Nebraska. I like corn.
You like watching them peel back those
Aren't you guys
husks,
called
those
corn
ears.
huskers?
That's actually a derogatory term in Nebraska.
Wow.
Husker.
Way to go, Elliot.
Yeah,
I
you
mean,
don't say that.
Well, it was said.
You don't say that, Elliot.
It was said for me. I don't.
You don't
tell
say that.
Yeah, I mean, I think there's something to be said though about
Get that mic in your grill.
in my grill.
Before
right
I get
there.
in your grill.
Right there. Yeah, I was just gonna add to what you're saying. Like, there's all this pressure for on-demand instant gratification for any sort of product, but there's some things that you just can't really replace. That's like what you can just touch and feel, you know. Versus like if you order clothes on Amazon, you know, and it's like this Amazon wardrobe, and once you get there, you're thinking about like, well, is it gonna be too small? Is it 86% say as fits as expected? But then you're like, man, do I really want to go through this process again where I send it back and, you know, 15 days later I'll get my, you know, my rebate on it or whatever. Versus like if I go to the store, I'm trying it on, you know, I feel that silky smoothness on my body, and I'm just like, dude, this is a good fit, and then I'm gonna buy it right there.
Yeah. So I like that too. I like trying it on. Sometimes I have a waffle with some dab butter on it, and I put a little too much, and then I'm like, not really. So then I end up buying my pants on Amazon because I don't want to go in public.
See, yeah,
You don't want to go buy your pants
So
in
it's
public
good
after
to
getting a
have
waffle.
options.
it is. So one's not going to take over the other, in my opinion. Not at this stage.
No.
You know?
But people do like that tangible experience of purchasing something in person and being able to touch it and feel it and
Smell it.
smell it, taste it.
You should. No, man.
Well, we were going through the senses.
Well,
I took it far. I'm sorry. I took it too
no,
far.
No, speaking of, there was this lady. I was at a gas station, and she was like, it was way too early in the morning, and I had one of my dab butter waffles. And this lady's like, you want to try this crumb donut? I look, and it's like just your typical gas station donut hole in a little cup. I'm like, no, I don't. I've had that a million times in my life. I don't want to. It's not new to me. Why? And then I'm looking around. I'm like, why are there samples at the gas station? Who's like walking around perusing it long enough to be like, I'll go to each little booth and have the samples here. No, I'm like here to get gas, dog.
Yeah, but it also could have been it's a free donut hole. So except it's not a hole. It's the filling of the hole.
It's tangible, man. I can
It's
hold it.
tangible. I can hold it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So kudos.
Kudos,
That's
man.
cool that you're doing that.
Yeah.
I'd get a snapback hat.
Right?
like
That's
that.
what some fresh tees, maybe some polos.
yeah.
Speaking of personal plug, if anyone wants to get some Rhythmic Friction merchandise, I got it on my website. Do you have a website yet?
It's in the works.
We do not, it's in the works.
We're shooting for February. You know, for product launch and such as like.
You gonna build it yourself?
Absolutely. Yeah. Well, I mean,
This is when people go segue into like a Squarespace sponsorship, but we're not even sponsored, dog. I'm just curious. If, you know.
it's okay. Actually, no, it's. I mean, I'm not doing any of the obviously the coding. You know, the real trench.
No one
work.
does that anymore.
Yeah,
you just
so
plug and
it's-
play, baby.
It's
Plug and play.
I'm
Pick a
just
template, drag and drop, and make it pop.
Yeah. I'm gonna set it and forget it with Squarespace. Oh, I said it. There's 2 promo plugs for that.
Yeah,
awesome
we're gonna have to
service.
We're gonna have to go beep when he says
Just
that.
bleep it out like a Jerry Springer show.
Yeah.
Boop.
I don't play that.
Right.
I don't play that game, dog.
But
That's strike 2.
Yeah. All right. Well, So yeah, February we're gonna do like the hat, the T-shirt. We're gonna start those 2 and probably some
So
stickers.
when you say like a corporate event, what does that mean? What are you gonna like set up a cheese and
Oh,
a cheese plate,
brother, please. We're talking about.
some music.
We're talking about like I got the inspiration for an event happening with an analytics company at the convention center that I work at, and
What's
basically,
analytics?
I mean, just a bunch of numbers and data that quantify value. I mean, nothing crazy.
Okay, that's what I thought.
But yeah, so basically, this data company for analytics has a lot of money. Granted, a lot of this is going to have to do with budget, depending on the clients that we get. But if we can
So
match,
we want the clients with that.
yeah,
bread.
that's obviously
With
what
that
we're talking.
cornbread.
So like bread companies,
Yeah, like
Tostitos.
Dave's Killer.
yeah, I was
Bread,
actually going to say Dave's Killer.
They use flour.
Dave's Flowers. Makes damn good.
Hey,
flowers. Anyway.
you guys remember where in the world is Carmen San Diego?
Yeah.
Yes.
Or where in the world is Matt Lauer?
So that was a real thing. I didn't make because sometimes
yeah,
I
you're-
remember
Dude, that game
stuff
was
and
awesome.
I go,
I never played it, but
was that real?
You never
or
played
am
that
I
game
just-
growing up?
I played the Oregon Trail.
I never played that, and
I
I
never-
feel so.
Did you guys ever play Putt
Robbed.
Putt? The Adventures
Robbed.
of Putt Putt?
No.
No?
No.
Oh.
I played putt putt. It's so boring
Putt
because I just want to whack that fucking ball. dude.
Putt Putt was like the adventures of this little car, and you go through, and it's like it's a click game on the computer.
I mean, I played
Back when there were floppy disks, and
played a hell of a lot of Minesweeper.
I was never good at
Or is it
Minesweeper.
Mine or Mind? I think.
No, it was mine.
Yeah.
Minesweeper would be like
That's what
Men in Black.
Yeah.
Deneuralizer.
Deneuralizer.
Man,
yeah,
I
that's what
heard
it
that
was.
new Men in Black sucked.
Yeah.
But I
wasn't-
like Chris Hemsworth.
I
he
don't.
cool.
I don't. He's.
He looks tall. He
he's
probably
too
picked me up and
perfect.
hold me like a baby. Am I right?
Yeah, you're right.
You
about
are
that.
absolutely right.
You're right about that. but
100%.
I still don't like him. Yeah.
What's wrong with him?
Hundo P.
He's too perfect. He looks too like chiseled out for me.
You have to.
I like somebody I can relate to. That's just me though.
You gotta appreciate the
Like Will Smith, Tommy Lee
elite.
Jones. You can
You
relate
can
to.
relate with Will Smith?
Absolutely. It's somebody.
A
you know-
He's
tall,
way better than
handsome
you. He's
black
way
man?
better than you, dog.
that's besides the point.
You're a good guy, but man, it's Will Smith we're
Right.
talking about.
Right. Yeah, no, he's he, at that point in his career though, like I feel like I walk up to him like, "What's up, man? How are you?"
Okay.
Yeah, because I was a kid. He
You don't
was.
feel
might
like that
be
with
rude.
Chris Hemsworth?
No, I think he's just like this chiseled model, and
I think he would be very
I think
personable,
maybe it's because he
approachable,
played Thor, so he's just so removed from the human experience because he's a god.
like Dr.
true.
Manhattan.
Wait, hold the phone right now. I don't want to get too off topic, but we're having a good time
Let's
doing
do
this.
it. I just like jump in from.
Okay.
From,
We'll get back to it. We know our
right.
main points.
Yeah.
All right. So
I know what
I'm just
doing
gonna
here.
I'm gonna say this right now. The best show on television right now, or at least as of last Sunday, because it was the season finale, is Watchmen on HBO. Okay, can you say that? And as in, like,
I haven't seen it, so I can't
Bro.
say.
I watch things on YouTube. I am a watchman, and
You haven't even
I don't
seen
know
it.
how
You
I've
haven't
seen
it.
little bits
Oh,
and bobs
you've seen
of it.
episode
I haven't
reviews?
seen it.
That's
I
cute.
can't say it.
That's
Okay,
cute.
check this out. Mandalorian, fuck with that.
No.
Dude, okay,
No
Mandalorian is
Space
awesome.
Western, bruh.
Dude, and Pedro Pascal does a pretty damn good job.
I don't. It's like Baby Yoda.
Yeah,
Hey, you
everyone's
know what?
going
If people
crazy
like
about
it,
Baby Yoda.
go for it. I like that it's a puppet. That's cool.
Yeah.
So like,
But it's a
practical
50-year-old
effects-
baby. That's not... I
Like
mean,
Benjamin Button. We've
he's
seen
just a
it. It's
small
been
Yoda.
done. It's boring. Over it.
I guess in regards to how long Yoda lives, he is a baby Yoda.
Now, if you had actual Brad Pitt, the real Benjamin Button playing space alien Benjamin Button, now I'd watch that shit.
I don't know why Brad Pitt hasn't started his own bread company and just called it Bread Pitt. Because I would buy his bread.
It should be a cafe, the Bread Pit. And
Dude, he could just have his whole line of things. Like, I was thinking he should start his own personal fitness program and call it CrossPit.
You shouldn't be saying all these things because people will take that. Dude, I just squeaked on my chair and it sounded like a fart. I bet
You know,
that
by the
mic.
looks of it,
I
it
bet
looks like
these
you could use
mics
some Brad
picked
Pitt
it
right now. for our listeners, he's currently peaching. That's my coined phrase for like where you're really perspiring at the armpits.
It's not really perspiring. It's just a light perspiration.
Profusely perspiring.
It's not profuse. It's just coming through my shirt, and the shirt is an off
It's
gray.
healthy. Don't shame the man. It's healthy.
I'm not
My body
knocking
temperatures, I run on hot, man, and
You
it's
should
got to.
sweat. You should poop, and no one should shame you.
Yeah, they're
You're shaming me
they're
for.
necessities. That's all I'm saying. But
And
Maybe
you
I
guys
got the
have-
poop sweats right now.
Have you guys gotten
I'm
sick
sorry.
this year?
I don't have the poop sweats.
Have y'all gotten sick this year?
I actually am just getting over one right now. It's sickness
Me
right now.
too. It was a double.
I don't get sick.
You got to.
Get
You got
the fuck
to.
out of here. That's strike
I don't
3,
get-
dog.
You just got over a double shift.
So it hit me. I get like these 2-day colds. And then I was like, okay, I'm out of the woods. And then it hit me again. It was like, whap! And then
They're sneaky
I'm
bastards.
Healed. I'm healed.
See, I didn't have super crazy symptoms, and I even told him yesterday. I was like, I've had better. You know, like
I have a lot of crystals.
she didn't really get hit me super hard. Like I've had some ladies in the past. They really come in something fierce and knock me down. This one was just kind of like
Oh, I squeaked again, man. All right.
Anyway, so I don't know. Personally, I think The Mandalorian is a way to monetize Star Wars, bring people in, versus Watchmen is
It's-
actually thoughtful.
Okay, it's
It is. There
cliche.
isn't a. It is super cliche, and there's not a
Hey,
lot
no,
of
no, no,
character
no,
or
check
plot
you.
development. The plot development
you
is
didn't
pretty.
even let me finish, you mother. Don't make it sound. I'm not on your side right now
All right.
because I'm actually.
I'm
on
just
the
saying, from
opposite
what I
side of
saw
you.
of the show, there wasn't
It's
super
cliche
crazy.
in all the right ways. And it's Star Wars as Star Wars needs to be. It has all the things you need, and it's a western. Like, don't you like westerns?
You're gonna,
When they have to do with the West.
but that trope, in my opinion,
Bro, you're so out of touch.
Star Wars. But
You're
the thing
so out of
is,
touch.
you realize Star Wars is a space western already, though.
It's a space opera, and
Oh, I actually like
Westerns
that
can-
space opera.
That is
Yeah,
nice.
very cool.
you know what's even better than that, though? All of these combined, and I don't know why we're even talking about it, because the Expanse, bruh. The Expanse. I'm gonna say it again. The Expanse.
As in Rogue One and
It's not even Star Wars, you ape. It's real scientific literature, and it's been adapted into a TV show that got canceled and picked up by Amazon. See how we can make it full circle?
that is
back
full
to
circle.
Amazon.
Back to
You
Amazon.
can buy pants and watch killer television.
Stop promo plugging Amazon right now.
It's unavoidable. They're everywhere.
You know how
They're
much
even in our
Jeff Bezos
speech.
makes a second?
More than you.
More than everyone in the state of Idaho. Like, basically, down to the minute, he makes like 1 point something billion to the minute because of how many transactions
Google
occur. I mean, you can.
Josh,
Josh, honey, get in here.
I need you to Google something for me.
Google it.
Josh is going to be our fact checker. Checker.
How much?
Top and a phone right there.
Okay, thanks, man.
You know, on the
Well,
show,
I know that you're wrong.
I'm not, though.
Okay, you know how many seconds are in a? So he makes 60 billion
There's 60 seconds.
an hour.
How much money does John Bezos make?
He's
per
only
minute?
worth like 127 billion. You
According to
goon.
Business Insider, Bezos' rate is equivalent to $149,353 a minute.
That's still pretty good, though.
Holy shit! You were so wrong.
Well,
1 point something billion.
Maybe that's what Amazon makes. You know, because it's
He
obviously
make, but still, $150,000 a minute.
So, point being-
that's
that was okay. I gave a lofty answer, but I'm saying in the full spectrum of what we're
Making me
talking
look
about.
bad, bro. On the
Dude,
Chronicles.
I like where your head's at though. You're thinking big. You know,
You
you've
know-
always been a dreamer.
Okay, check this out. When he
I'm
finally
terrible at paraphrasing sometimes. I'll admit that.
when he finally ropes in an asteroid and mines that bitch, he'll be making $1 billion a minute.
You've been making $1 billion a minute, motherfucker.
That's right. And check it out. So do you want to hear my conspiracy theory? Because this shit gets wild. Get ready. So
Okay, let's go.
I've read things that Jeff Bezos said a long time ago about manufacturing in space, and that's really cool and all. But he's also the devil, I think. Not like for real, but like, how people say that. So I think he has malintent. But
Well, if he's reptilian, then yeah.
I don't know about, okay, that's so, we can't jump onto that one yet, but we can definitely get into them lizard people. But I think he's always talking about manufacturing in space, which I'm totally for, if you're doing it in the right ways. And he wants to turn Earth into like a reserve. Like everyone lives and works in space, and then Earth and all of its nature and animals are preserved and pristine. But then I was like, wait, who's going to be on Earth then? Who's going to afford tickets to go back to Earth, to Nature Reserve Earth? Yeah! Who's going to be mining the asteroids? Who's going to be mining the asteroids? Me and you. And who's going to... Yeah! And then only the richly...
Armageddon.
So, and then check this out.
If it gets me up to space, I'd be doing it.
Well, check this out. This is why
I like grass and trees. I like butterflies.
But to experience, intergalactic,
I would like to
space.
That's what they want you to think. This is why they're glamorizing. That's why they have movies like Elysium where the rich are living in space. They want you to think that that's where it's at, so that everyone goes out there, and then. But really, the rich are going to be on Earth enjoying the rivers and mountains and beaches, and we're going to be up tink, 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 mining palladium. Or something like that. Some kind of metal.
It's like when you get your number in that movie where it's a science fiction movie. And when the ruby on your wrist is called, it lights up. And so basically... I
don't know if I've seen that.
But yeah, it's their way of executing you. And they send you... Oh man, this is right.
Did you see Titan? Did you guys watch that one?
So yeah, basically... You get sentenced to death or maybe
it's got
isolation.
Boy band, Justin Timberlake, right?
I'm hooked.
Doesn't have Justin Timberlake, and it's like Out of Time, and he's like, hey, I'm running through the city, and I'm
Out of Time. That's Aaron Paul.
Get the okay. I don't know if we can be doing all this googling right now.
Yeah, we gotta be.
You want it? That's
we
a
gotta
new
be
one.
But just know
objective.
the moral of the story.
It's
the point
Aaron
I'm
Paul.
trying to make is that you're probably wrong, and that we're gonna be mining in space while the rich live on Earth, and that is the fact of the matter. So,
I mean, we think we got problems now. With
you think this won't happen in our lifetime?
We think we got problems now with immigration. I don't have a problem.
Are you
with it
kidding me?
But
are you kidding me right now?
Dude,
it's happening right now as we speak.
Okay, well, I'm just going to meditate until I evaporate because my consciousness reaches a vibration that I don't need a body. And then I can hang around Earth all I want as the Earth.
If you really want to get
I'll
on
just
that
meld
kick,
into it.
you should start with butthole gazing or whatever it's called, butt chugging or something. Basically
sun gazing,
but with your butthole. So you put your knees over your head and you.
So you stare your brown eye
you
stares
sun
into the sun.
You sun your butthole, and it's supposed to like tighten up your kundalini and align your chakras.
No, you just flex your PC muscle if you want to strengthen that noise.
I don't know, but it's supposed to do something. I tried it a few times and it was
sun gazing is badass. I've done it.
So let's
with
talk
your
about
butt,
not with my brown eye. No, with my two eyes.
Let's talk about Lover. What's up with
Oh
that?
yeah. So hey, you know what? We're staying on track.
We are.
Today.
It's good. We got some
You're welcome.
detours.
Lover. What is that? Dylan Olson sitting across from me.
Lover
Drinking
is my this one. Lover is my new rebranding, my reinventing of myself in my solo project. It was before the Warfare, and
It's dead and stinking. It's done.
It's dead. It's done. I was like, this doesn't represent where I'm at anymore in this new place I'm at, and so I was like, okay, well, and I really love Prince, and Seal, Sting. They got one-word names, and I'm like, that's super cool. Well, we got the hiccups.
I got the hiccups.
And and so I was like, well, I want a one-word name. I want something, and something that describes me. And I was like, well, I'm one loving ass motherfucker. So I decided Lover. But then there were other artists. There's one
Other
other.
lovers.
There's another artist that's relevant right now that came up when I was just doing my research, and it's Lover, all capitals, but he's like an Australian electronic artist. So I thought if I just do Lover with a period, that differentiates me, and so I did that, and then I'm working on a throwback EP. It's kind of an homage to classic throwback style of kind of funky, sensual, very love-based songs, kind of going back to classic songwriting styles. And yeah, so that's the EP that's coming out. I think it's just going to be self-titled as Lover. And then I'm probably going to release a single or two throughout the spring and summer. And then I'm going to be working on doing a full album in the fall of 2020.
I dig it.
Yeah, got some. I'm working
Lover.
on some. Yeah.
So are you like a solo singer songwriter, or are you?
Yeah, at its core, yes, I'm a solo singer songwriter, and I do live looping with all analog instruments. But for the EP release, which will be January 3rd, 2020, I'm going to be playing with a full band. So I've got 4 or 5 other instrumentalists, got a drummer, 2 electric guitars, a bassist, and then a backup vocalist and piano. So it's going to be...
You got a full band?
Got a full band for the EP release.
Fuck out of here, man.
So it's going to be... It's...
Wow, you know what I got? You know what I
Yeah,
got?
so let's talk about Rhythmic Friction.
got
What is
me, baby.
What's Rhythmic Friction got
It's
in the
just
works?
me. No, let's keep talking about Lover.
Okay, I'm down.
Fuck Rhythmic Friction. He's dumb, dude.
Talking
Have
about
you heard
yourself
his
that
shit?
way.
Have you heard his shit, though?
Who's?
Rhythmic Friction.
I heard a thing or two.
I haven't heard your stuff in a minute, but I remember, seeing.
Rude.
Hey,
I welcome you into the Clap House,
I heard he's
and you haven't
a
even brushed
whirlwind-
up on your Rhythmic Friction.
a whirlwind
Come
of
on,
sensual.
baby. I'm still loyal.
It's actually
I'm
so
devoted.
Lover,
Actually,
Lover and
I listen
Rhythmic,
to Lover.
I've listened to Lover.
Lover and Rhythmic Friction are actually going to be. We're going to
I
be
think those
planning
they go hand in hand.
Well, we're going to be planning a. Actually, this was Rhythmic Friction's idea. For the tour idea. You want to tell them about the self preservation?
I actually don't know about this.
This is a
still-
cool idea. He laid this on
I
me
was
about a
thinking
month
about
ago.
doing a tour with Dylan and myself, and calling it the self-preservation tour.
Ooh.
But it's still bare bones.
It's very bare bones.
Because we have to. I want to get some things planned out, like new lighting, stage lighting, and things.
Just spinning on that, what is the next step in your evolution with your light design and your lighting? Because, I mean, you've got the teardrops that you can...
I'm done. I'm done
You've
with
done
it.
with the pedals?
I'm done with it all,
You're
man.
done with the lighting?
Except for me, like when I play.
But not for other people.
Yeah.
That makes sense. Make
You
it...
know
It's
what?
yours.
You know
It's
what?
yours to coin.
You know what
That's-
happened? So I was in Moab, and it was an awesome festival. But I'm up in a windstorm, hanging off trusses, hanging my props, getting all the lighting wired together, and some skinny dude, probably never worked a day in his
Those
life.
are the worst kind.
Oh,
Those
just
skinny dudes, man.
like, you're pretty skinny, but this guy,
I got some shape.
I'm
though.
just
I'm
kidding.
a shapely
You've
skinny
been
man.
hitting the iron pile.
I've been hitting the empire.
Yeah, you're looking good, player. You looking
Oh,
good.
thanks, man.
I'm
Likewise.
just playing. Not about saying you didn't look good. You look fine. But
Thank
this
you.
motherfucker I was talking about, nope. And he's sitting there talking about, I don't know about this and this. People won't be able to see me DJing when they're dancing. I'm like, this motherfucker, little prima donna up in this as I'm almost getting blown
Yeah.
off trusses in a windstorm. And then I was like, that should be me, first of all. If anyone's going to be a prima donna,
There it is.
that should be me down there going, I don't like this, I don't like that. So, I've done a lot of the grunt work and I like setting up staging and doing lighting and things, but it's just a lot of work, and I like playing music more.
I feel that.
I kind of have to go.
It's exactly where I've been getting to as well.
I hit the lighting really hard because that's what was being asked of me a lot. And it was kind of, I was developing some new things, and so it's kind of coming to fruition in certain ways that I wanted. So you kind of go with the flow and double down. And then I kind of got what I wanted out of it. So then at that point, you don't want to burn yourself out, so you pump the brakes a little bit. And then now the music side is requiring some development, so I kind of go back and forth with that.
Yeah,
So
different forms of your creative expression. And so now you're switching more to this because you've fulfilled that side in terms of your
and it's going to
your appetite.
I'm going to make some new lighting props and things like that and try some
Do you have a vision for what
techniques.
that's going to look like?
Yeah, I'm actually kind of curious.
So I went from just 3D shapes to internally lit 3D shapes, and then I got new lighting that could be sequenced and programmed and things like that. So then I'm thinking the next step would be probably a combination of projection mapping in tandem with the lights, because you can run them in sync to where the projector, if it's projecting a certain color, the part of the lighting that's behind that projection will enhance that same color, if that makes sense. They use it in gaming a lot for like people's little caves where they have like all these like 3 computer screens and stuff, and they'll have like light strips behind it.
So are you combining LEDs with projection light at the same time, or
Yeah, so it'll be at the same time and then kind of a back and forth thing. And then also I want to get actuators for the props themselves so that they can move around a little bit. When you start going into those kind of ideas, it kind of changes what you can do, because if they're moving, that makes it much harder for projection mapping. So it's kind of like, I mean, you could have it all pre-programmed to where as it moves, the projection is moving with it. But it's just, that's a whole can of worms that I'm slowly getting into instead of going head first into it.
I feel
I'm
that.
just going to keep picking away, because this whole year has been exhausting. It feels like time flies, right? Especially as you get older. Time, like, whoa, this year didn't go by very fast. I'm like, whoa, it's already December, but I'm like, wait. When I think of January of this year, I'm like,
it's basically already
holy
next
shit,
year.
And that feels like 3 years ago.
To me, anyway.
I feel like there's been a lot of growth over the past year. There's been a lot of experience gained. And because I feel the same way when I look back on a year ago, I'm like, dude, that feels like a lifetime ago. Like
I
that
might have shrunk about a quarter inch from all this weight on my shoulders, dog. I'm in the sticks.
in the sticks.
Yeah. Kudos is blowing up. You guys are gonna be doing cool things with that.
It's still in the
Lover's
birthing
blowing
process.
up.
I would say we're crowning right now.
Yeah, we're still in the birth canal.
Yeah, we're crowning.
But
there's and it's not like the head's fully out. It's like you can it's those labia are dilated. You can see the weird peachy head coming through.
Yikes!
But
nobody's
still,
screaming though. It's a very calm birth.
The idea is formed. The concept is intact, and now it's pushing it out into the world.
I like metaphor. Do you want to know where our tour's at right now?
Where?
In regards to that, we're still in the
It's still
getting
in the
drunk on the first date.
Yeah, we haven't even shot a load in yet.
Yeah, we even sprayed no DNA at
No.
nothing yet.
The
Nothing's even growing, but we have the idea.
Yeah, the idea is the balls are full.
We've seen each other from across the
the
club
balls are full,
and been
but
like,
they have yet
hey.
to unleash to release.
I don't know. That's a decent metaphor.
Up in the brain coochie.
I think I got the picture.
Cool.
No, it's not cool. You say
We're not.
You say
filming
kudos.
Yet, so we have to be very.
Very graphic. Very
Yeah.
poignant. We have to be very pungent with our words.
Pungent. I liked point.
Yeah, that's
Poignant. Poignant. P-O-I-G-N-N.
Hey, what's your favorite word? Go. Right now, I know these
Ridiculous.
things change. Ridiculous is what you're vibing on right now.
I love the term ridiculous.
Ridiculous?
Because that kind of it embodies me to. A
Ooh,
lot
embodies a better one
Yeah.
than ridiculous.
I think poignant is probably one of my favorites
of,
right now.
Actually, this one's a new one. Well, for me, we talked about it the other day, Dylan and I. Bequeath,
No, bequeath with a TH. Not
like a.
Yeah, it's not
Yeah.
queef.
No,
You-
no, don't be dirty. Like
You just said bequeath with the F.
I was meaning it in the correct vernacular.
Bequeath. To bequeath. To hand down.
To
I've
hand
been
down.
digging on lexicon. That's a good one.
Lexicon. I like juxtaposed or juxtaposition.
Ooh,
Juxtaposition. That's a
Ooh.
cool word.
yeah.
I like kudos. That's my word.
Kudos, man.
Get the man. Hey, play that little thing over there.
Oh, this one.
Yeah.
Thank you for tuning in. That
That's the end of our show today.
That's our jingle. It's like the. Hey, you know what? No, that was.
that also almost makes me think of like a Mr. Rogers kind of like that would be where that'd be the sound of like the doorbell or the
Yep.
transitional scene where the next character walks in.
What about that new Mr. Rogers that came out with Tom Hanks? What's up with that? I don't think I
don't
like
know
it.
I don't know what to get out of it.
think I like it.
I haven't seen it. I haven't seen it.
I mean, I haven't seen it. I am a fan of John Hanks though.
But I mean, obviously you're ridiculous. But yeah, I look at that and I think of my childhood when I think of, Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood and the life lessons that you're supposed to get from that show when you're like 6 years old at 1 o'clock in the afternoon. Mom's in the kitchen making lunch, something like that.
Mom's in the kitchen
I actually
making
watched one recently. It was
lunch.
there's a documentary about it called "Won't You Be My Neighbor," about Mr. Rogers, and that was
Check
actually
this out,
fascinating.
though.
Like
You know
going
who
in,
the biggest-
it was super fascinating.
Do you know who the biggest punk bitch of Mr. Rogers was? You want to know? Who do you think? Who do you think it is, Dylan?
I forget the character's
The
name.
mailman.
The mailman.
No, that was a G.
yeah,
He's the one who
nice
delivered the
guy,
weed to Mr.
too.
Rogers.
Dude, what the king?
I
The
think-
king puppet?
His
Yes.
son, the prince.
Oh, the prince puppet,
I
dude. That
couldn't
guy
He was
the
such a
puppets.
whiny little punk, dude.
Oh, if I remember correctly, I think
I hated him from when I was a
so.
kid to now.
Mr. Rogers was like an early How It's Made, what you see on the Discovery Channel, because they talk about certain things. Okay, well, let's find out. Then you go through the keyhole. You kind of go, and then it shows how something was made. I just realized that's what happened on Mr. Rogers, because, that's my memory just being jogged. But yeah, so it was like an early How It's Made because it was supposed to be educational
I
and,
remember. I
and
loved.
informative.
I saw like how a trumpet was made, how like gumballs were made.
Yeah,
and shit.
simple stuff like
Lou
that.
Ferrigno getting painted up as the Hulk. Wait, let me look through my notes real quick. Okay, this. What Muppet do you identify with the most, and why?
Well, I'm just gonna jump in and say people identified with me as Oscar the Grouch, not because of his temperament, because I
But
got
you
this.
smelled good today when you walked in.
Thank you. Is that hot garbage? Like when someone throws out a fresh pizza that has like maybe like, something like dirt on it.
He was a cool dude. He
But
had like an
the-
apartment underneath.
But the reason why I got it was because I wore Dylan's jacket, this Ralph Lauren jacket. It was a fuzzy jacket.
Oh, dude.
And everyone's like, dude,
That
what's up with
jacket
I
was
think I remember
that
that.
jacket
yeah.
was fly as all hell, man.
I still have it.
What?
Yep.
Oh, I
Yep.
love, dude. That jacket is.
Dude, it's my.
that's money, bro.
It's my
We
Jeremiah.
lose shit
My
doing
Jeremiah
that.
Johnson
Yeah.
jacket.
Yeah, I just end up. People are like, dude, this is sweet, and I'm like, just have it, bro. And then I'm like, whatever happened to that? And then
Don't avoid the question though.
what was that? What was the question?
Who's your Muppet?
Oh, my Muppet. The only, honestly, all I can remember is Kermit and Miss Piggy.
Side note.
You can,
I
I was
know-
gonna say Kermit.
I
So
know
I
somebody at my
identify-
work that
What?
does. There's this kid at my work. He's 20 years old, and he can do a mean Kermit impression, and that's how he gets the ladies on Tinder, I guess.
Really?
Tinder.
Shout out to
People still do that?
Brandon Marcinko. There you go, buddy.
No,
But yeah.
unshout that man.
I can't
Don't be-
unshout.
hey,
what
young
is
man,
this?
Shout.
young man. You
Chicks
say he's
with
20
my,
years old.
my
You
Kronk
say he's 20 years
impression.
old.
Yeah, he's a computer science whiz, man.
Bradley
Super
Margarota. What's his name?
Brandon
Bart Pitt.
Marcinko.
Braden.
Brandon Marcinko.
Bartley Pitts.
Brandon Marcinkin. What was the last one?
Marcinko.
Brandon
Marcinko.
Mandalorian.
Whoa.
That's much good.
Brandalorian
Listen to
Jackson.
me, young man. Don't be doing that Tinder shit, bruh. We
Dude,
were
I
just
got a
talking about
Tinder account right now.
tangibility.
Nobody takes
No,
Tinder
no.
seriously.
Okay,
No.
we're gonna get into that.
I
in
got a
minute.
Tinder account,
We're
but
gonna
he
get
actually
into
turned
that.
me on to Hinge.
You gotta talk to the
Dude,
girls in
Hinge.
person
Hinge is
or
where it's
boys.
at.
Does he do the boy thing? It's Grinder then if you're.
Well, dude,
No.
but that's why I stick to coffee dates because then
Yeah, you keep it
Check
simple.
out Grinder
Yeah.
if Tinder doesn't
you
work
do-
out,
dude, you
but
stick to
also
coffee
get off
dates.
all of
and
it.
then if you like it and you want to take it further, then you go on a real date. But you do coffee dates. That way, neither person's
This
wasting a lot of
reminds me
time.
Dylan, because we've been talking a lot about. Don't laugh at me. This isn't funny.
You're right. This is very serious.
We've been talking about all these ventures you've been getting into. Lover, kudos.
Kudos.
I'm dipping my wick in a lot of wax.
Yeah, no though.
Where you fill the
like
wick
here's
with
so
the
he's
wax.
telling me on the phone
I'm
earlier.
not filling whose wick. I'm not. You can't fill wick with wax.
You're doing all these things, but you're going on
Is a
dates
wick-
and
A
stuff.
wick is a mold.
Dates?
What?
The wick is like the mold, even though it's like the thing in the middle, obviously.
What? I am.
Forget about that part. We're getting
All right.
into.
We're digressing, sorry.
Okay. So what are the
And
questions?
y'all cut me off for my Kermit explanation, but we might get it back into that if we have time. But you've been going on dates, dog?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Dude, because I'm freshly single. I want to get back out in the
Good.
game, and I want to meet people. I want to meet ladies. So I'm doing. I've
And
never
there's
dated people
Ain't
before.
nothing wrong
How do you
with
meet
that.
him?
Yeah, I've never dated.
How do you
people.
meet him?
I've been meeting them
Well,
on
I think
Hinge.
I think what he's really trying to say is
What's
like
that?
I'll
It's an app
it's
because
a,
we're in the informational.
it's a
age.
great app. It's
Is that real?
yeah, it's real.
It's called Hinge,
It's
and
des-
it's a dating app, but it's better than Tinder.
it's designed,
What if you
it's
don't like the
designed to
person?
be
Are they
deleted.
unhinged?
You go on Hinge once you find the love of your life. Like
But I have been meeting some cool
you
ladies
get
that I vibe
deep,
with. on
meaningful
there.
conversation.
And I
No, you
actually
haven't.
No, and recently I did meet a super cool chick on Tinder, so it's not a total waste of time.
I haven't met anybody cool on Tinder, but
See, I-
Hinge, I've
yeah.
met some seriously
Everyone
cool chicks.
we've ever met is super
See,
cool.
but okay,
at
well, and
first.
here's something though.
And then-
Here's some food for.
Here's the thing.
what are you trying to sell us?
Okay, I just got sober.
you need to-
Okay.
Let him
Let the man speak.
Let the man speak.
Let it speak. You need to be putting 100% of your time into this right now. Do not leave this room. Just be on this podcast. No, I'm talking. Do your passions, bro. Focus on that. When you're going on
what I
dates
am
and things,
doing.
it makes you happy. Sure, it's fun. It's those quick rewards. Like it's like going to the casino. Bling, bling, bling. But it takes time out. It takes time out
Yeah,
of your
but
day.
I
And-
have an hour or two. I have time.
It's like an 85-15 ratio. You know,
All
For
my
me.
the most like.
I don't like this. I don't like the sounds of it. You know what happens? You know what happens?
Okay, but
you find some sweet thing, and then you poof. Where'd Dylan go? Elliot.
that's why it takes a
Elliot,
lot of
have you seen
self-awareness and
Dylan?
discipline.
no, I haven't seen
Take-
Dylan. in weeks. Because
And I'm not saying
I've
that
been
has
with my
happened in the
girl,
past.
and-
I'm not saying that's happened because you've always done your music.
Right.
But everyone who gets into that ends up putting some time in, because you have to put some time into making a thing work, even if it's a casual
relationships
kind of
take
thing.
work, so we all can agree on that.
And
See,
right
but I'm
now,
not
you need
even
to be
in
putting
that
all
phase
your
right now.
effort
I'm in the dating
into-
phase, which
Yeah,
is
the thing
you need
is,
to be in dating phase when you have a driver rolling up in a black Lincoln and he's like, Mr. Olson, I don't know why he's talking like that, but but he's a good
Chives.
driver.
No,
He's a
that's-
good driver.
yeah,
And then
Chives
then
is
he
a wonderful
takes you,
driver.
and Jeeves takes you to your date.
oh, you're gonna name your
Jeeves.
butler
I
or
love
your
Jeeves.
driver Jeeves.
That's just his name.
what's that
You tell
from?
me.
That's from a movie, Jeeves. Who's that guy? He's a chauffeur.
Dude, I want no, like when I do have a
I don't
driver
know.
and a chauffeur,
I've-
he will have to change his name legally to Chives.
I've done the dating thing.
And it hasn't
even
been
a-
successful for you from what it sounds like.
Sometimes it has been successful, and then you end up with a boo thing.
So
Ooh,
what's-
yeah,
so
and then all of a
what's-
sudden,
So what's
Well, yeah,
what's
what's
bad
wrong
about
with-
that though?
what's-
It's
yeah.
about finding
Because-
balance.
Yeah, balance. What's
Because
wrong?
you can balance your
Because-
time with a lady and still let
do
her
you know
know,
who
like,
you're talking?
I like you,
I'm a
but this will
fucking-
always come first.
I'm a fucking warrior, dog.
and you need a warrior thing.
No, I need to. I'm in.
touch
I
your
am
thing.
in battle right now. I'm battling.
With what?
Yourself.
No, get the fuck out of here,
Your conscience.
dude.
Battling with
you-
yourself.
You have to get to, in my opinion, a certain level to be around, like to attract other people that are on a higher path as well. Like, you can't go around to the club. I'm not saying you're doing this, but you can't go meet girls at a club or something like that, or this or that, and then have what you have to present. I think you have to focus on your body of work so
okay.
that you have something really good that you're focusing on, so that, because in the future the balance is more achievable. You see people that are, on top of the world that also have a family, but you'll see bands that have been playing since they were 16, and then as they get older, they treat it more as a business.
See, and those are the
it's
people
more
that you
it's
wanna-
more like work to them.
Right.
Where, not in a bad way, but they have their family life. They're not all piling in a tour van at 45 years old, for months on end. And
No, they're
No,
flying
they
out.
have,
they're flying
yeah,
out.
they
They're
have
getting too old
houses,
for
they
that.
have their lives and
Yeah.
things. But it took that grind of sacrificing some of that to be able to get to that level. I just think it takes holding yourself up and just making really good content, whatever
I
that
think
may
I can
be.
speak between the three of us. We've all committed to not making too many sacrifices that are gonna, put our passions behind us instead of in front of us. So I mean, to me, like I really appreciate your perspective on, understanding the demands, the workload that comes with like fostering a meaningful relationship with a significant other. But I think you're only looking at it one shade out of the gradient, because like what he's talking about with Hinge or something like that, we have technology at our fingertips where we can put out like a feel like, hey, I think you're very attractive, and then
Someone in the comments tell me what the fuck Hinge is.
all right,
because-
so
I gotta-
let
I-
me probe
Or
the
you
plug.
boys
Okay,
show me
let him finish
afterwards.
his idea, and then I got something to go on
All
as
right.
well.
So Hinge is the only dating app that is designed to be deleted. So basically, once you find somebody that you're really in tune with, compatible, etc., you delete it because they've done their job. So they have,
And then you just re-lead it.
yeah,
Wait,
obviously, yeah.
what's
but
it called when you get it back? Download. Oh,
It's
shit.
called Rehinge. Rehinge.
Once you get
Rehinged.
rehunged,
Right. But basically, my friend, keep this in perspective. You're in control no matter what the situation is when you engage with a woman. You're like, well, if I like
Or
this
a
girl,
man.
or a man, yeah, whatever floats
Whatever
your
your
boat.
flavor is.
Yeah.
do you know what year it is right now?
It's 2021 in like 15 days.
2020.
What planet do you live on?
2021 is
Google
a
it.
year
What
from now.
day is it?
So add 365 days to the 15 days, and then it's 2021.
Oh,
So my bizzle, basically, you know, you're in control of what you do with these relationships. You know, he used a great example. We meet for coffee. You keep it short and sweet, simple. You're judging that. You're like, okay, is this person worthy of a second date? Then you go from there. But I mean, you know, you can do this and have balance, in my opinion.
Well, I got something too to go on that is since we live in this informational age, like so many of us in our culture, like it's about being busy, always on the go. And so these apps provide a way for you to stay busy and still connect with people.
So nice.
So you essentially like you don't. And for me, I'm going on 4 months clean and sober. So I don't.
Congratulations.
Thank you,
My boy.
So I don't go out. I don't go out to bar. Yeah, sometimes. Yeah.
Does weed count though? Because
No. Well, I don't.
I've been doing good.
It's within my. It's within the things that I've set within my boundaries. Because I don't
Weed is not a
drink
drug
and I was
me.
doing a lot of coke and heroin as well, or not heroin but opiates was the last part. So I was doing those, but so I'd cut the hard shit and the shit that really destroyed my life out.
We just like the South shit.
It's that soft. But like, so I don't go out to bars and clubs, and I can't really meet girls out because even if we even went to
You don't
Mulligan's.
want to meet them there.
Well, no.
Well, so no.
Well, especially being sober because it's like, hey, let me buy you a drink.
You
I'm
want
a
to meet
sober
him?
guy.
No.
I
You want to
can't buy
meet him
you
at a
drink. That's
gala. When's the
inappropriate.
last time you went to a gala?
A gala?
Gala?
Yeah, that's
I like pronouncing them gala.
That's what I did too. But
What's-
then
I haven't been to it.
I got
What-
corrected once I started working at the center. It's like it's
So this
gala.
is for-
It's
Fine.
French. Yeah.
I don't like the. I don't like.
I
what
thought it
comes
was
out of
gala
my mouth,
too,
but
I'm like, wow, you
gala.
sound really white. You know.
So- when's the last time you've been to a gala?
French people are white.
yeah, I worked a couple recently.
That's where you meet someone.
Yeah.
When's the last time you've been to
so-
a gala?
Can't recall.
So we've been talking about meeting a theme that we've been talking about when it comes to dating since we're all 28, 29, somewhere around there. Meeting quality women, not just these trashy girls that are just looking to lose themselves, you know.
They don't
in-
like beat. That's they don't.
Yeah,
like
they're
being called
escaping
that.
reality.
They're
You know,
like,
they don't-
trollop or undesirable.
Yeah,
Trollop.
but they don't love themselves and they don't identify with a positive image of themselves, and so that's why they resort to drinking, and that's real stuff, man. I mean, shit. I mean, I think we may all have gone through that once or twice at a time. And in my early 20s, at least, I was definitely just feeling the mood of drinking, and I guess to an extent I was escaping, but now since I'm hitting this ripe age of 29, I'm very comfortable with who I am and then what I want. And so it's about meeting quality women like you're kind of getting at with the galas and then not going to a bar. Bars.
That's just an example.
Right.
My thing is, what you have to change your environment, and the best way to do that is
You're going to keep being sane.
change
strive
yourself
for
first.
success, and that means going for those things that will make you successful and take you there. And if that's music or art or
When you start
or
by
any-
being success,
Yeah.
you model yourself after successful people. You take on practices of successful people. You do what makes you the most successful and makes you operate at an optimal level of efficiency, where you're not expending more energy than needed, and you're just boom, you're in that fucking zinging. And once you're there, you start attracting everything that more of what you need to just keep amping you up. And you said something earlier about surrounding yourself like with the right people. And I think that's huge, because if you surround yourself with, we'll call them, what do you call them in the medical field? Losers. If you surround yourself with a bunch of losers who aren't doing this, they're doing the same shit.
losers.
Bunch of losers. Well, they have lost something. They've lost their will to be better.
Everyone's got their place in the world. They don't-
Absolutely.
We don't like
and
the
everyone's
L
on their
word
own place
either.
of growth, but when it comes to what you're like, let's say
They're called-
a good example is you see the people that they've hung out with the same people since kindergarten. We've been best friends our whole lives, and they're all just doing
wrong with that?
nothing. But if they're all doing the same shit and they're not growing, they're not. And you're like, dude, I have these dreams, and hey, you don't need that, hey, this is what matters right here. This is what matters.
Who the fuck talks like that? Who do you know that talks like that?
No one. I live in Boise, Idaho. But
think
you know what I'm
people,
saying.
You think
Yeah.
people like this?
I'm not meaning
this,
to like talk shit on
this
people,
content. No,
you
I
gotta pick
think
and choose.
everyone has their place, and it's good to appreciate the places and environments you've been in. But nothing wrong with going for gold.
But exactly, expanding beyond what you know,
You
stepping into a new limelight.
Yeah, you can have anything you want.
Hand me that
you know.
coconut.
You start, putting yourself in situations that are gonna make you grow spiritually. And it's about broadening those horizons where you meet different kind of people. If you go to the same bar, if you go to the same habitual routines where you want to meet people, and you got to get yourself out there. And Dylan and I have talked about this, as we talk about our dating lives in a cathartic, sort of way. We're just like, if we work on ourselves in the sense of like we're doing what we love, chances are we're gonna find somebody who's really gonna dig what we do.
Yeah.
And that's like the best part, because you're gonna show what you're about, how passionate you are behind it, and people are gonna see that. And that's like the best form of love, is like doing what you love and then people connecting with you on that.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, So Jeremy, you should definitely download that app.
Yeah.
I see you got yourself a smartphone.
You sold me.
Did we?
Yeah, you get to delete it and everything, and it goes away forever, and then
Well,
you just...
it's up to you.
Oh my gosh.
can do whatever you
wow.
want.
That's what I want to put all my time and energy into.
I
The fuck
think-
out of my
Not
face!
I literally,
Not all your time
I
and energy.
literally don't look through it that often,
Bro, when I'm not working
I don't
on...
either, because I've met some cool chicks from it, so
Yeah.
now I just text them.
and then I get occupied, and then I plant seeds probably like once a week, just to keep.
He's planting
Do you
seeds.
exercise regularly?
Every day. I walk. No, but yeah, I like to exercise.
Getting
I
swole,
do. I
baby.
do about 4 days a week, at
Alright.
least.
All right.
Dude, I'm exercising my PC right now.
Ew, I can see
Your
it.
personal-
It's like-
Perineococcygeal
it's
muscle, man. It's
twitching.
in between your anus
Well,
and your ball
guys,
sack.
I like it.
Yeah. We're running out of time.
Yeah.
We are out of.
I just feel the juice
Yeah, I think it's time.
dripping.
We've really covered a lot of ground. This has been really
Well,
productive.
more than anything, this feels like we hung out. Yeah. Love.
Get the fuck out of here, Josh. Yeah, dude.
Thank you
Thanks
for your
for
input,
coming
Josh.
down. I want it to be.
Yeah.
I want the Chronicles to be.
On the debut
This.
episode of the Clap Daddy House
No, it's just Clap.
Chronicles.
Say it right.
Clap House Chronicles.
Correct me. What is it?
Clap. I thought you were just joking. It's the Clap House Chronicles.
I'm just having fun. I'm just saying Clap Daddy House Chronicles.
That's what I'm gonna say. Oh,
Mono-
just having fun.
Clap House
Just having
Chronicles.
fun. But no, this is really cool. I'm like stoked that I got on my first podcast. And
How do you feel, Dylan?
thank you for having me.
I feel great. I think it's been a really poignant experience.
Yeah, quite visceral. And
Ooh,
That's a good one.
Ooh, another
too.
good
visceral. That is a really good one.
We're wordsmiths around here.
It's been poignant, but it hasn't been benign. I wouldn't say it hasn't been a benign.
But I'm left feeling sublime. I'm
Ooh,
just gonna say
you
that.
rhymed.
Next time we'll come up
But
with
we're out of time.
some better words.
It ain't a crime.
Ain't no crime.
Thanks for
Unless
listening,
you
y'all.
fake a fart.
Yeah, thank you everyone for
I don't know
tuning
how
in.
I'm feeling about. I might throw a little song at the end. So if there's music after this, then that's a little treat. If not,
I like treats.
Yeah, thank you everyone. Go follow Lover.
Yeah,
Period.
follow Lover.
Kudos.
Spotify, Facebook, Instagrams, all the good stuffs.
You can find Kudos on
Yeah,
Instagram.
Kudos is on Instagram as well, so go ahead and follow that. Stay in the loop for all the merchandise and booking gigs.
Instagram.com/.
yeah, get up on that
given
Rhythmic Friction
kudos.
business.
Don't forget me, everybody. Just kidding. Y'all
Yeah,
gonna
tune
hear,
in.
Y'all gonna hear me every time.
Tune in and get ready for the next installment of Clap House Chronicles.
Dude, this looks like Orion's belt off off Men in Black, but it's on Finn. Full circle.
Hit it again.
Oh,
Hit it
hit
again.
it again.
Hit it again. One more time. Oh, look at that. She blinking.
Oh, that's beautiful.
That's right.
What?
Oh, fuck you up.